Leet code number 239, sliding window maximum. Look at his video in here. It's really good explanation, and I took the code here with a little bit of the tweak. So this is previously, I'm confusing myself, but here I made slightly change. So instead of like 1, 3, -1, -3, I make it like 11, 13. So I know which are the values and which are the index. And I will add negative, let's say 14. Not happy with 10, let's say 14. I add negative 14 in here, so in this tree, the answer should be negative 11. And let's see how does this code work. Okay, so right now we will have an array of integer that we call ans, and that will take the integer with the size of 9 minus k is num length is 9, k is 3, 6 plus 1 is 7. So from index 0 until index 6. And I already have that in here. This is my ans. Then I'm going to delete this first. Okay. Then we'll start j equal to 0 is like first pointer. And we will have a double ended q that we call q is a linked list. So we will loop through the I. So right now, so we have let's say j and the I at both at the index 0, and I haven't deleted this. Okay, cool. So if it's not empty, it's still empty. While it's not empty, it's still empty. We just add it first. We add 1 at our q. So q has the index 0. In here, we store the index, and that is 0. And the value is just for me to help. So which other number is 11. So this is the one that we store. Okay, cool. And this is the check if I greater than equal k minus 1. Since I start from 0, so if I greater than 2, which means like we already have our window. When we already have our window, we can extract the solution. Right now is still the same. We don't have any answer or solution. Answer. Yeah, so we just go to the second iteration. At the second iteration, we just move the I to the index 1. I can do this. Yep, so this is the I. So our window right now is from index 0 to index 1. Okay, cool. Then here is that if the q dot peak first, at the peak first is 0. Is 0 less than -1? The answer is no. So what does it mean right now? Our I is at the 1, and it will go at most to the -1 that we will care about. Beyond that, like previous to that point, so I'll explain that later. That point, we just want to take that out. So we'll see that with the better examples. So right now, what is our nums I is 13. Nums of I is 1. Nums of the index 1 is 13 that we have in here. Nums of q.pick class. Since you only have 1 in q in here, the pick class is at the 0. What's num at the index 0? That is 11. Does 13 in here greater than 11? The answer is yes. When it's greater, then we just take out the last in the queue, because like we are going to insert 13, and what's the purpose of 11 there? 11 will never be the answer. So we will take it out. Here we'll remove it. Then we will insert or like offer the 13, which is at the index 1. Okay, cool. Then are we outside of the window? No, we are. Are we at the window size? No, we are not. So we just move the I to this one. Then we are at the window right now, and then we talking. So this is our window, and the size is 3 from index 2 to index 0. Okay, looking good. Then we will go to, okay, here. What is our I right now? I is 2. When I is 2, so here is I is 2. We only bother until the index 0 because I minus k is -1 plus 1 is 0. If there is a number in here, like we don't want that, that's outside the window, so you have to take it out if that number is still there. And we will see that example later. Okay, so right now key pick first is 1. Is 1 less than 0? The answer is no, so we don't kick out anything in here. Then right now nums of I is -11. Nums of I is -11 and nums of cube.pickLast. The pick class has the index of 1 and nums of the index of 1 is 13. Does -11 larger than 13? The answer is a no. So we will not take out 13, we'll just keep it there and we will add the -11 at the index 2. So over there is only index, but like in here, we will add the -11 at the index 2 in here. Cool. Then, are we at the window size? Yes, we are, because I is equal to 2. K is 3 minus 1, 2. 2 is greater than equal to 2, so we are at the window. And answer at the index j, j is still 0. Answer at the first index is nums of q.pick first. So the answer is 13. Q.pick first is 1, and nums of 1 is 13. And j++ meaning that we add the increment of the j. So we click that, it's become 13. So 13 is the answer in here. So small. 13 is the answer. Then we will also, we'll shifting both letters, so I'll just draw it once. So we shift here, J and I. Should both of them? J, you come down a little bit. Yeah, so we shift it and this will be our next window in here. Okay. Then, so right now I is 3. Right, I is 3 in here. Let me slightly a little. Yeah, I is 3 in here. Then our k is 3. So we only have 3 number in this here, which is like 1, 2, 3. Those are 3 number that we care about. If there's a number of the index 0 at the queue, we want to kick it out. So this is what this is the code about. Anyway, it's not in this case because like pick first is 1 and I minus k plus 1 is 1, so 1 is not less than 1, so we will not kick out the first element. Okay, right now what is our nums of I is -13. What is the pick class is -11. Okay, -13, is it larger than the -11? The answer is no, so we don't take out the last one, we don't take out the -11 in here, we just add -13. And that will be at the index 3, and this is -13. Okay, and then the answer, j right now is 1. The answer at the index 1 is the pick first. Notice that picks first, the pick first in here at the index 1 is still the largest, because if it is smaller, we kick it out. We don't at this case. So the answer at the index 1, J1, is also 13, and we will add that in here. So that's 13, J will increment from 1 to 2, then I will slide the window in here. Something is wrong in here. This is -14. Okay. Notice that in our queue, we have index 1, index 2, and index 3. And right now, our I is 4. When I is 4, which means I in here, the number that we are going to care is from the index 2 until index 4. We don't care about the index 1. That's why in here, when the queue.pick first 1 is less than 2, I is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. When this number 1 is less than 2, we poll first, which means like, well, dude, you are outside of my window, then get out. So that's why this one will be out. Okay, cool. Then we will check. Our number right now is -14. Does -14 larger than -13? The answer is no. So we will still keep our queue and we will add that -14, which is at the index 4. So we kick out here. Then can I... oh. Then we have... okay, then what will be the answer for this window? So the answer at the J at the index 2 in here will be pick first at the index, pick first in here at the num of the index 2. What's num at the index 2? That is -11. So -11 is the answer right now. Okay, cool. Then again, it's repeating again. What is our I right now? I is 5. So we will shift the I and the J here, and I is 5. You guys come closer. No, not you. Ah! Yeah. So I is 5 and we only care about the number from 3 to 5, which is the lowest in here is the index 3. We don't care at the index 2. So this guy, we will take it out. Then here we click it, so Q pick first is 2 less than I minus K plus 1 less than 3. Yes, exactly, so we get out. Okay, right now, what is our nums? I is 15. Does 15 larger than the pick last? What is pick last? At the index 4, that is -14, and this is while loop. While it is true, we'll keep doing it. That's why in here, when I click it, all of them are gone, because like 15 is larger than -14, 15 is larger than -13. So I will take out all of this and then I will put the number of 15 in here. Is it, what's the color? Green. No, 15 in here. Yep, so that's the number. Let's go a bit quicker from this one. And then, well, are we on the window? Yes, we are. And we only have 1 at the pick first, and 15 will be answered at the J of 3. So in here, that will be 3. Okay, cool. Then, what's our I right now? 6. So the lowest will be at 4. And also, like previously, we also shift the J and the I. And I will delete this. So right now I is 6 and the lowest is 4, and in our queue in here 5 is still there, so we don't kick him out. And while, what is our current number right now? Nums of I is 13. Is 13 larger than 15? No, so we don't kick out 15, we just add the 13 in here. So at the index 6, we'll just add the 13 here. Okay. And what will be the answer for our J equal to 4? At this one, it's also still 15. And I haven't updated in here. So what is this? 13. Then minus 11, 15, 15. Okay. So after we put that answer into the answer array, we shift our pointer in here. Then, what is our I? 7. And 7, what is index at the queue? 5 and 6. What is the lowest 7 can take? That is 5. So we are still good about that. And we don't kick the number 5. Then we are going to check. Right now, our nums of I is 16. Is 16 larger than 13, which is the last? Yes, it is. And 16 also larger than 15, which is the last when we done with the kicking out 13? Yes, also it is. So we will kick both of these things. Then we will add the number 16 in here, which is index 7. Add number 16. And this is the answer because this is the first thing in our queue. So I greater k minus 1, that's true. And j at the index 5, which is 5 in here, is num of the q pick first. Q pick first is at the index 7, nums of index 7 is 16. Boom. Okay, and we shift the j. And we shift it here. Then we have 17. Let's do it quickly. So I is 8 right now, and this index is 7. We don't kick him out. Is 8 does 17 larger than 16? The answer is yes. We kick out 16. We remove 16, poles, and then we over 17, and 17 become our answer, and we are done with the code.